Welcome, class of 2026. My name is Angela Freeman. I'm the principal at Pitman High School. This is my 5th year here at Pitman, and I'm just honored to be part of the pride with your students and our incoming families this next school year. This presentation is designed to give you information prior to coming to Frosh orientation on March 14th at 5:30. This time of year for our incoming freshmen is definitely exciting. Students, you guys are starting off your journey, your high school journey. It's 4 years that are going to lead you into your future. These next 4 years are going to go by so fast. So we want to make sure that you take advantage of everything that we have here to offer at Pitman High School. During Frosh orientation, you're going to learn about the opportunities that we have on campus. There's clubs, there's classes, there's some exciting pathways that you can take to just figure out what you want to do when you graduate from Pitman High School. Make sure that you guys take advantage of all of these opportunities that you can look at Frosh orientation. I'd like to introduce to you our outstanding administrative team. I've introduced myself already, and then you have Mr. Aka. He is our assistant principal of curriculum and instruction. Mr. Jacinto, he is our assistant principal of activities, ASB, English learners, and then he does some student services. He does a little bit of everything. Mrs. Wright, she's our assistant principal of special education, testing, and also students who need credit recovery. And then we have Mrs. Sylvia, she's our Dean of Students. So she's in charge of school safety, discipline, and PBIS on campus. Here at Pitman High School, we truly believe and live by our mission statement of success for each student. That is a focus that we have. We really want each student to be successful, and we want our Pitman students to graduate as responsible citizens who are college and career ready. Our vision for Pitman is that we want to be the model for success through innovation and support for all. And we do have a really, really cool motto, and that is never settle, never quit, roll pride. And that motto is embedded in really everything we do here on campus. We talk about it through perseverance with students, the resiliency with students. It is throughout our classrooms, our clubs, our sports teams. So we live it and breathe it. Before I turn this over to Mr. Aka, I would like to tell you a couple of important things that you should know for summer vacation and also for the start of next school year. In high school, our school offices are open all summer. So if you need access to administrators or any information on campus, we are open. We do have modified hours, and so we'll make sure that we publish those on our website and our social media platforms when we start summer. The only week that we won't be open is the last week of June. We take that week to close off the campus and kind of do some cleanup in here. Some exciting things that have happened over the last 5 years. There's been a ton of construction on this campus. We have a new turf field. It's a couple years old now, an all-weather track. We have new softball fields, a state-of-the-art industry standard culinary arts kitchen for those interested in taking that course. And truly, I mean, culinary arts, they produce some amazing, amazing food that comes out of there. We have a newly renovated pool. That's been a little over a year. Our aquatics boosters donated a brand new scoreboard that is it's beautiful to look at, and it's for our water polo and also our swim team. And then just recently, our baseball boosters donated a new scoreboard for the varsity field. So was just installed out in left field. So just some really cool things that have happened. We just also opened up the Pride Rock Cafe. That was in the works for about a year. And that is a new location for students to go and during lunch and get food. And then the last thing that just literally opened, like hot off the press, opened on March 7th, so just not very long ago, is 6 of our classrooms. We had 6 new classrooms built. We're using 5 of them right now, and those classrooms are for our college career classes, so those freshman classes that you have to take. And then we have a couple of our CTE teachers that are out there as well. And then the other new thing that is starting in the fall, if you haven't heard this yet, but Governor Newsom had signed a bill a couple years ago that is having high school start at 8:30 next year by the year 2023. So we're starting next year, this next school year. That time could be 8:32, it could be 8:35, but approximately around 8:30 school will start next year. As soon as we have everything finalized, we'll get that out to you guys through all of our social media platforms. And then you guys are part of our class of 2026 Google Classroom, and so you'll get information as well. So thank you guys for taking time to watch this presentation. I look forward to seeing and meeting a lot of our students and families on Monday night. Don't forget, March 14th. And next up is Mr. Aka, who's going to discuss course offerings that we have here at Pitman.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Freeman. Again, my name is John Aka. I oversee curriculum and instruction in our counseling department. So I'm here to talk to you about our course directory, using that as a tool as you navigate not just this upcoming year, but the next 4 years as well. And really looking at all the opportunities we have to offer your student between 19 advanced placement offerings. If you see something that says A through G, it means it's college prep. So universities, private universities, colleges are going to accept those. We have 29 career technical education courses over 11 different sectors. So it's pretty unique to have such a robust career tech ed program, and we're growing even more. So we really feel that all students have a place or an interest or a passion to find. And so we really want you to explore and look deeply into some of those offerings, as well as 17 courses that are articulated in Modesto Junior College, not including a lot of dual enrollment courses. So a student could graduate here with a full semester or more of college units articulated with Modesto Junior College. So definitely something to look for when reviewing the course directory and talking with counseling, and on Frosh Orientation Night, navigating the different tables that we have. A little bit about our STEM and our arts programs. Being a comprehensive high school, we're allowed and able to offer so many different courses. When we look at our science and the next generation science standards, so you're going to see biology in the living earth, physics in the universe, chemistry in the earth system, along with agricultural science classes that are offered as well. Technology, we've got a great computer science programs. We encourage everyone to look into those courses as well. Engineering is embedded in our science and ag courses. We participate in the Science Olympiad, as well as having a science team. So there's opportunities there. Math is an integrated math series. So you're going to see that used to be a traditional algebra, geometry, algebra 2. Now you're going to see it be integrated math 1, integrated math 2, and integrated math 3, leading into those capstones, which is still AP calculus, AP statistics, and transition to college level math. And I'll go into that in a little more detail in the next upcoming slides. Our visual arts program is also something we're very proud of, being able to offer so many different unique visual arts courses, as well as our performing arts programs. Our band, our choir, our orchestra, drama and performing arts programs are definitely some of the favorites on campus. So we encourage all our students to explore, try out many different things, find your passion, and then you'll be able to continue that on with additional upper level courses. So be sure to visit these tables for more information during Frosh Orientation. Just a little bit about what you'll see in that course directory to help guide those math pathways, because there are some additional options your senior year. So you're going to see on the left-hand side of this, this is also in our course directory, your general traditional path, an integrated math 1 leading into integrated math 2, 3, and then taking a couple of options your senior year. This is all A through G college prep, college entry requirements. So if that's your path, that's your goal, we want everybody to keep all doors open. So that's why we encourage college and career readiness. So taking rigorous classes, being challenged, and working on those additional 21st century skills you need. We always encourage that pathway. So you'll see there's an honors pathway as well. And then also, if you are on the accelerated 8th grade already taking the integrated math 1 course, there's an additional pathway on the right. And again, at Frosh Orientation, you'll have a lot of opportunities to talk to the math teachers, the science teachers, history, English, about these additional options. Also in our course directory, you'll look for things that show a CTE pathway, so that career tech ed pathway. As you're designing and mapping out your 4-year plan, you can identify courses. So you'll see that when we see a MJC kind of picture, a little sticker on that course directory, you'll see that that class is articulated, meaning you can get college units if you get a B or higher in that class. And then again, A through G means it's college prep. So college is going to recognize that. That will count towards your college entry requirements, which are different than just your general diploma requirements. So definitely look through and see these different visuals. That should help navigate and open up discussion. Pay attention to prerequisite courses as well. Most freshmen are going to get into the entry level courses, and then from there, hopefully continue on those CTE pathways. All right. So again, a little bit more about CTE. Agriculture, we've got many different sectors. So you can read these here, that we've got different sectors. We're doing agriculture, business, our health science, consumer family studies, and some other pathways. Most of these CTE pathways also come with an outside, let's say, club organization. So we have Future Farmers of America, Future Business Leaders of America. So that you'll see that, FCCLA, HOSA. So those are also additional extracurricular clubs that students can join to continue working and maybe get experiences visiting, let's say, medical facilities, or getting more opportunities to listen to business leaders in the community. So another opportunity for students to take full advantage of the offerings that we have here. So again, visit those tables. A little bit about the 21st Century Skills course sequence. So this is a freshman requirement, and it's a 2-semester sequence. So your student may come in and take the college career seminar course first, or health and character ed first, and then they would switch at the semester. Both of these are graduation requirements, along with the health and character education is a state requirement on graduation status. So the options for this class, and Mrs. Cornell is going to lead into this a little bit more too, summer school forms are available. We have some forms here at our Frosh orientation, or at your current feeder school. If you're coming from out of district, we can get you those here at our site here at Pitman High School as well. You turn those forms in, though, to your current school, or because summer school is being held at Turlock High, you turn them into their office this year. A period, we are looking to possibly offer an A period if there's enough students that do want that. As Mrs. Freeman alluded to, that could start at 7:30 or around that time, but we'll give you more information on that. And then the next is our regular class period during the regular school year. Summer school option will be based on grade eligible criteria. So if you apply, we'll be reviewing that and then getting in touch with you. Again, a little bit more about 21st Century Skills. If you are interested in the summer or 21st Century Skills course in the summer, we just want to see that on the ballot that we're asking you to do. So then that way we may need to reach out to you and be verifying if you did turn in an application or if you did not. So we actually get accurate numbers so we know how to staff it this summer. All right, now I'm going to take it, let Jen Cornell take the lead, and she'll introduce her counseling team and go a little bit more into details regarding course selections, balloting, and those things. Go ahead, Cornell.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm very thankful, just as Mrs. Freeman said, to be a member of the Pride. And I'd like to introduce you to some other people that hopefully your students will become very familiar with, because they will be a big support to them through their time here. You'll see the picture here of the counselors. We counsel by alphabet. So your student will join us based on their last name. First and foremost, I am Jennifer Cornell, and my alphabet is A through C. Next in line would be Mrs. Soggy. Mrs. Soggy counsels students whose last names start with D through H. Mrs. Frank will counsel students letters I through M. Mr. Sanchez will counsel students N through SA. And Mrs. Aguilar will be with students who are SC through Z. Finally, we also are lucky enough to have Mrs. Julie McVeigh, who's our college career counselor, who, I mean, she does a plethora of activities to help get your student into those MJC classes, taking dual enrollment. We have kids that are taking all kinds of great courses outside of here, and it is because she helps articulate that. So your student will interact with her for different reasons, but just know that we do have a great support team to try to help them through to meet their goals. So we got to visit your kids the other day. We were out at all of our feeder schools, Turlock Junior High School, Dutcher, and Spratling. So we were able to visit students and we talked to them a little bit about what they needed to do. We posted in their Google Class of 2026, we posted information about how to complete this information. How do you sign up for classes? We talked to them all about it. Mr. Aka also shared with you something that we wanted them to really understand, which is that course directory where you pick your classes. When you get into high school, it's a little different because courses are year long. So it's so important that your student is committed to whatever they're taking for that year. Often in middle school, we switch at the quarter of the semester, but not in high school. So what Mr. Aiko was sharing with you earlier is so imperative that you check that course directory and that you and the student are committed to, this is what the class is about. This is going to help me with my graduation goal, and or this is going to help me with my college entrance goal. So keep your eye on that. And that course directory has all those pathways, which are super important to our students. So what else do we have here, Mr. Aiko? We have the 9th grade required classes. We wanted to share these with the students and with you so that you just kind of get an overall picture of what's going to be happening for them next year. So of course, they're going to take English and math as 2 of their 6 core courses. They are required to take 6 classes. As we mentioned earlier, some students might take an A period, which would mean they would have 7 core courses. But in this case, I'm just going to kind of talk about the 6. English and math are 2 of them. Students will request the course that they believe they will be best, suited for. Yes, I think I'm an honors math student. No, I think I'm going to go with college prep. We will then look at, as a school and as a district, assessments, course grades, teacher recommendations to make sure that's the right fit for them. So there's 2 of their courses. Another one would be that 21st century skills course, which would last the whole year. So that does cover 3. All freshman students are required to take PE. That could become their 4th course. And then of course, they may have 2 electives based on their interests or their college goals. Often those are science and foreign language, but we do give a lot of flexibility for kids to pick what is best for them. One thing that I just think is kind of important is right here at the bottom of this slide, which is that all of our sports, we welcome you to participate in because it's what makes athletes, it makes school so much more enjoyable that they can participate. But we do require tryouts for sports. So when indicating on your ballot, please make sure that you indicate that you are taking PE and then go ahead and do the tryout for the sport, and we will place you in the athletics PE, which is 7th period. There's only one exception, and our students that are doing football, freshman football, would be able to indicate that specifically on the ballot. Otherwise, pick a PE, and as soon as you get that tryout done and you're on the team, I'll make sure that you're in athletics PE. Okay, should cover most of your 6 classes there. Electives, I was kind of alluding to, these are the last couple of classes that you'll take. The Google form allows you to pick electives in addition to those main courses I was talking about. Like I said, sometimes electives, it's like, oh, science is an elective? Yeah, because you're maybe planning agricultural biology. So you might be picking a science for your elective. Or because you know that you're headed to a 4-year college after high school, you're beginning some of those important courses. So remember that it sounds like elective, but elective can mean so many things. It could mean something for college. It could mean a pathway course. So just make sure that you consider all your goals as you make those selections. There are a few extra questions that are pretty self-explanatory on the Google form. Just what Mr. Aika alluded to. Can you please indicate your interest in summer school? That will help us understand if you're going to go forward and take 21st century. Also, let us know if you're thinking that, yeah, A period might be an option. Let's see what's going on, because we will try our best to make our master schedule based around your interests. If we find a need, we're going to try to make that class happen for you. There is also a box asking about your language skills, because we do have immersion students and also students that speak Spanish fluently, and that helps us in placing you in the right world language so that we're not putting you in a class that's not the right level for you. So just make sure you do all those boxes for us so that we know exactly who you are and what you're planning. Okay, and I kind of mentioned this before too. We just want to make sure that you guys understand, a little different than junior high school. We will be there for the whole year. That helps build your transcript properly as you enter into college and careers. So sign up for what you're ready for. We really aren't able to make schedule changes after the school year starts because, again, we're making that schedule. We're making the whole schedule based on your interests. So we really need you to look into it, go to those tables, check out the classes, meet the teacher, make your commitment, because we will keep you in there for the year. We really don't make elective changes once the school year starts. Obviously, you're misplaced. We'll take care of you. But we just want you to really research thoroughly before you make that commitment. Okay, of course it's in red because it's like this big important deadline. We're giving your students quite a bit of time because, again, the Google form is open for them to select their courses. That is the way that they do it. There is no paper of this, it's just online. And I think it's just kind of scary because there's just that form and you just submit it. It just has to be submitted by March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. And that's because obviously at midnight, that thing's just going to close and you won't have the opportunity to edit. So please just make sure that after you spend the time at orientation, you make your awesome decisions, fill out that form. It is editable until the 23rd, but please make sure you complete it by then. We cannot wait to see what your kids are interested in so we can get them involved and have them participate.
All right, thank you. This is Cornell. I'll take over the next few slides again. So for navigating Frosh orientation, we just want to give you a heads up what to look out for. So we're going to start right away at 5:30 p.m. So please be there as soon as you can on time. We'll have some chairs set out. It'll be an outdoor event this year, which is unique. We haven't done that before. We're looking forward to it. But we want to start as early as possible. That way we have plenty of daylight for you all to make your way around to the table. So after our opening message, we'll release students and families to the tables and booths where you'll get to visit with counseling, different departments, specialty courses, and all those things alike, sports, athletics. Mr. Dave Walls, our athletic director, will be doing a presentation in the gym as well for anybody interested in hearing about that information regarding physicals and the start of the school year. About 7:30 is when we'll be wrapping this event up, so you can prepare. And next slide is, this is just a preview of the map. I'm not going to go over the finer details, and we'll talk about this the night of as well. But we will have opportunities again to visit different booths. There's going to be some vendors. We'll also have activities selling some things as well out there. And on the back of a flyer, you'll receive this on the night of, included with a course directory as well. You'll also get this pushed out to the students' Google Classroom class of 2026 as well to see in advance, and you'll have a better idea of all the different departments and things that you'll be able to visit. Map out your night. So in advance, if you're able to, map out, the tables you really want to make sure you go to, because it's going to be probably tough to get to them all, but the ones that you really feel passionate about, make sure you've kind of got a little plan in advance. I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Freeman to finish up this presentation.
All right, thank you, Mr. Aka and Mrs. Cornell. Just some kind of information about purchasing spirit wear. We do have an activities office that is going to be a location that you will probably visit regularly during the next 4 years. It's a place that you can buy spirit wear. If we have dances, you'll buy dance tickets through there. It's just it's kind of a hopping office. What we started a couple years ago is a pit stop, which is on our school website. So if you actually want to pre-order some of your spirit well, your Pitman swag, you can go onto the Pitman High School website, go to the activities office, and you can maneuver through there, and you'll find our pit stop, which is our student activities store, and you can purchase some cool items. Also, the night on March 14th, we will have our activities office will actually be outside by the B building, and we'll tell you where that's at and kind of point in the right direction that you can purchase that night as well. All right, so staying connected is really important. We push out a lot of information. You guys have heard us talk about your class of 2026 Google Classroom. A lot of information goes out to students through that. We also use social media, our school website, and we use Aries Family Link. Those are some real big kind of ticket items to get information. Another one too that we use quite a bit is we do send emails and text messages and phone calls through our, it's called through BB Comms, which is our phone communication system. So just kind of make sure that you guys save these, follow us, and you will get information as much as you want because there's a lot out there. On our next slide, we do have the links. If you guys want to take a snapshot of that as you're watching this, or you can kind of rewind it back to that. And then freshmen, we have something really exciting for you guys. It's called Passage to Pride. So this was Passage to Pride summer of 2022. We are, really, we kind of had to do some modifications last year to our Passage to Pride. It wasn't a normal Passage to Pride, but I think will be pretty normal when we get back to this year. So our summer of 2023 Passage to Pride is going to be pretty cool. It's roundup like you did in junior high, but it's kind of just, it's more exciting. Like we have games, we have activities, we have a rally, we give you a tour of the school, you get to meet lots of people, you're going to connect with friends already. We just want you guys to be ready to go on that first day when you guys start high school, because we know it is definitely a big deal. All right, well, I just want to thank everyone for coming to Frosh orientation on the 14th, which is next week. And then thank you guys for watching this presentation. Again, it's posted so you guys can watch it a couple times or go back to the parts that were really meaningful and important to you if you need to watch it again. Freshmen, this is kind of the day in the life of Pitman Pride. So we're going to show you this video that is what's going on at Pitman High School. It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. Get yourself involved and just really enjoy the next 4 years. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all Monday night.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me if my home draining is sad. Soon as these happy faces land, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. You heard me? We ain't gotta go out, cause what? Welcome to my house. It's my house, my house. What? Welcome to my house. It's my house.